first full day of spring. And I want you to know, I don't take my shirt off for you. It's more simply that I refuse to put a shirt on for you. It might be genetic. Just take this bondage off of me. But my father, all his life, underwear in the house. Cop pulls into the yard trying to give his friend a ticket. Out of the house, underwear. Get off of my property. He's not doing this for show. It's just what he happens to be. Right up to the end. He'll be there in his long johns to visit with Victoria, Nolan's wife. And, oh, excuse me. He was cold. It's the only reason he had his long johns on. If he hadn't been cold and dying, he would have been in his tighty-whities with his gut hanging over. I'm trying. But that's it. It's, how do you feel comfortable? Are you allowed to feel comfortable? I spoke with a Serbian today. Been in contact with him long enough. We never have any conversation, really. But I did something good for him today, so we talked. And we started speaking of dictatorships. We started speaking of compulsory service in the military with no pay. Dictatorships. Things are running, and then we started talking about Saddam Hussein and the things that we can relate to that poor guy, the former president, the way he's wheeling this thing. Saddam Hussein. Dictatorial. And then we started talking about learning from history. And I told him, I said, you know, they say that those who do not follow history are doomed to repeat it, something like that. And that the only people that really learn anything from history are the government people. What have they learned from history? How to enslave us the best. Because he brought up the word slavery as humanity. And it's like, that's what it is. We had this back and forth and we talked a lot. But it was the idea that Egyptians building the pyramids, they were getting paid. They want everybody to think they were just slaves. But then along the way they thought, well, we could just fucking own them. And they wouldn't have any rights whatsoever. We wouldn't have to pay them any money. But then as time went by, the U.S. showed you enslave someone. It's probably cheaper to break the slavery and let these people pay their own housing and pay their own food and pay their own way and maybe go in debt. How about we put them in debt? That way we can own them forever. They can't just leave and make it somewhere else any better because they left something behind. And I think of guns, germs, and steel. Guns, Germs, and Steel speaks of domesticated animals and domesticated plants, how we were able to make things work for us, that we could survive. And there are certain animals, like the difference between like a horse and a zebra. They seem so much the same, but you cannot domesticate a zebra. A zebra will not be ridden. You've probably seen it on TV somewhere along the way, but it was probably just a painted donkey in Tijuana. Who knows? You cannot domesticate certain animals. It's not in their genetics. And so how do we create something that will support us and love us like a dog versus a wolf? It turns out, as a pack animal, humans are easily domesticated. These people that are trying to fucking put us down in a hole and fucking make us fight for them, they understand we are a pack animal and we are easily domesticated. We will do the ant run throughout the whole fucking building and make everything work and make everything work. And if somebody's not doing something right, you attack them. Everybody attacks them, says, you suck, get the fuck out. And they kick them out of the nest. You're fired. Let's just imagine what it would be like if we were to try to get a gorilla to build a wall on the Mexican border. You might as well just set them loose. It'd be more effective.